welcome back to my channel. I'm out Mama Howdy Pilla, and I am still in my village home in this video, but I'm actually back home in Joburg now. I decided to let the fitness app run my life, so right now I am going outside to get my steps. It's either I get 10,000 steps or I get my heart rate up for 30 minutes. I don't know which one I'm going for. I forgot to bring my running shoes, so now I am stuck with these, but no excuses. We're gonna go outside and get some workout done. I didn't want to come up with excuses, so I decided to go outside and get my workout done within the yard and not go to the street, just so I don't break my ankle, because I do not trust these shoes for a second and I don't want to get injured. But I still wanted to get in the exercise and make sure that I keep up with my workout routine. I'm gonna make my bed when I come back, because I feel like I am trying to talk myself out of getting the exercise done, but I don't want to avoid it. My cousin is having a birthday party for her daughter. Is turning 1 year old today, so I'm gonna have to go and help her. But before I go there, I need to get at least a few steps done. Yeah. Being back here in my home just brings me so much peace, and I know that no matter what I'm going through in life, when I come back here, I can get to forget about everything and just focus on being me and just focus on my home. But yeah, it's just one of those things that I just love to do. It's unfortunate that when I'm here, I get stressed out about all the work that still needs to be done, but nonetheless, I still love being here. And today I just wanted to start exercising again when I'm home. I've realized that I get thrown off my routine when I am back home because I don't exercise. So because I have a lot of exercise equipments at home, I decided to bring them here so that when I'm here, I can still manage to get my exercise in and not feel like I'm falling off the wagon and have to start from zero every time I go back after spending some time here. I'm tired. I wanted to do some skipping as well, but let's see how far I can get with that, because I'm scared to get my nerve to, activated and all of that. But I do want to get in a little bit more exercise. So I managed to get my 30 minutes of cardio. So let's see how far I can get with this exercise. I struggle a lot with my sciatic nerve, so I don't like sitting down for a long time. And now that I've been doing a lot of seating from doing the sewing, I am struggling to control and manage the pain from my sciatic nerve. And it's something that I've dealt with many years ago, but now it seems to be bothering me again. But I'm hoping to do a bit more stretching, because that also helps, and to manage the nerve. One thing that is very important to me is building homes, and happy and healthy homes, and the importance of maintaining the family structure. That is one of the reasons why we decided to build this house, and also for peace sake. I think we underestimate the importance of having peace in our life. I don't know, for some reason, I just have been on this journey, and it just feels like everything that I am focused on just seems to center around peace. And it's because I value my peace and, my mental well-being so much. The topic of building homes can be a very hard one to have, especially given the economic climate that we are in right now. A lot of people are complaining about not earning enough and not having jobs. But today I also wanted to share with you, if you are unsure of whether to buy a house or to rent out a flat or those type of things, and you don't see a value in having your own home, today I wanted to encourage you and share with you why I think it's important for each and every single one of us, especially those who have families, to focus on owning and building homes for our kids and also for our families. If you have been living under a rock and don't know the story of Brenda Ncoli, I think when I saw her story in the news, it just broke my heart. And I got so emotional over it, and I know I shared it on my WhatsApp status that, you know what, this is one of the many reasons why I always wanted to have my own home, especially being a mother, knowing that I wanted to have my own family. One of my biggest dreams was always to have my own home, because the importance of protecting our kids from negative and bad environments. And sometimes, unfortunately, the environments can be from your extended families. I wanted my children and also myself to live in a family structure that is in order. What do I mean order? Order that is created by God. And by that I mean the husband, the wife, and the children. And it is difficult sometimes to maintain that order and for children to understand that hierarchy when you are living under someone else's roof. Let me tell you, I know I have family members that grew up in my grandmother's house. I have family members that are still living in other people's homes, and it is difficult. If you have ever been married and stayed with your in-laws for an extended period of time, you know exactly what I mean. Sometimes you feel like you have no power as a mother to your own child, because either your own mother or your mother-in-law is trying to control how you raise your own kids, and in that way it undermines your power and also your confidence as a mother and also as a wife, when you're always being looked at and scrutinized for each and every single thing that you do for your kids and also for your husband. I think it is worth having your own private home in order for you to be able to learn to be a wife to your husband, in order for you guys to learn to be a family together and learn to manage your own family and your own kids and your own finances and everything that has to do with life, and also be able to engage in your own private space without the scrutiny of the extended family. That can happen a lot when you have to live under someone else's roof and you don't have your own home. And hence, that is why I think it's important for us to start investing in our own villages, because this is where we can build homes and not have to worry about the extra expense of moving to the city and owning bigger houses. You basically don't even need to own, to build a bigger house. You just need to build a home that you can be at peace and safe. Families thrive on a man and a woman being able to bond with each other. And honestly, it is difficult for a man to be in a position where he can leave his mother and father and be able to cleave and bond with his woman as he should according to the Bible. Genesis 2 verse 24, Ephesians 5 verse 31. The list goes on. Matthew 19 verse 5. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you don't care about your family, but in most cases you have to be able to live physically and emotionally in order for you to be able to protect and be with your wife. And when that need arrives, are you in a position to make that decision and say, I will put my wife and my kids first before my parents? And when you're still living under their roof, it becomes very difficult. And another thing that is important is protection. Anything can happen to any of us when we die. So many of us have witnessed when, the parents of a child pass away, and, the kids are left with nowhere to go. And we need to learn to protect our children and provide homes for them so that even when we are gone, there is a place for them to go. So many extended families like to act like they love your kids and they want to protect them and care for them, but the honest truth is they only do it for as long as you are still around. And one day when you are gone, if you don't provide the necessary structure and protection financially for your kids to be able to have a home, your kids can be left stranded. So we need to learn to make sure that even the homes that we buy, do we have enough protection for our lives that should anything happen, our kids will still be able to have a home to go back to? Will our kids be able to be financially protected, to be able to be taken care of for as long as they are unable to take care of themselves, and then eventually they will get back to a place where they can take care of themselves when they are older. But in the meantime, will they have a home where they can be? And that is why I wanted to have this home, that even if anything happens, Mahao doesn't have to be in Joburg. She can come back home and have a home that is hers. Unfortunately, she's the only child, so it will be her home, and she doesn't have to worry about somebody having to tell her that this is not your mother's house, because this is her mother's house and this is her home, and she can be safe to be here. And I know when I say her mother's house, I also mean her mother and father. In my previous video, somebody didn't like the fact that I kept on saying I. Guys, when you get married, when I say I mean we. The two shall become one, and that is exactly what I mean. I don't have to say my husband and I all the time. I just need to say I, and you know that we are in this together. For as long as I am married, the I means we. Okay. My garage has been stressing me out, the amount of dust that gathers in here, because we don't have proper roads and all of that, and it just annoys me to the core. So today I wanted to clean it up before I left, and yeah, it was a lot going on in here, but for now I just wanted to have it swept and organized a little bit. One thing that I find very interesting is that our current generation, a lot of kids are not even thinking about having their own homes, and everybody wants to complain about the expensive cost of owning a home and why they continue to stay under their parents' roof, and also the whole debate between renting and owning your own home. But what I find quite funny as well is that the same people that say it's not worth it to buy a home, they are living under a home that is bought by somebody. Whether you are renting or you're still staying under your mother's roof, that home was purchased by somebody. So if you do not think it's important for you to own a home, then how do you explain this whole scenario of you living under a roof that was bought by somebody? So you are either very ignorant to this whole reality of family and home and money. And for me, like I said, in my situation, I've been fortunate enough to be able to own a home, well, more than one home, but I've always wanted to own a home. This whole debate of whether you want to own or rent has never even been part of my topic of discussion, because I think a lot of people just get caught up in all the talks and don't actually think about the whole impact of this idea of whether you want to own a home or not. And for me, it has always been about family. How can I best provide and protect for my family and not have to have them worry about getting kicked out by a landlord should anything happen to me or their father or something like that. So let's not get caught up in small talks that really don't make sense. Look at how you want to impact your life and go off of that. Don't get caught up with what other people think it's best to do with your money. Use your money how it will best give you peace. And for me, giving peace to myself and also to my family meant providing a home. I don't care about having the nicest clothes. I don't even have them. I don't care about having, the latest things. I just wanted to have a roof over my head and over my child's head. And that is what I focused on. If that doesn't matter to you, that is also fine. One thing that I'm struggling with right now is deciding what to do on the flooring in the garage. I'm torn between doing a polished cement, sort of like concrete surface, or putting in tile, or doing a rubberized floor. Like, there are so many options that can be done. All of them have their own pros and cons, but I am struggling to decide on what to do with the flooring in the bathroom, in the garage. Why am I saying bathroom? Yeah, but once I've decided on that, I think we need to finish this and also get some shelving done so that we can get all of this mess off of the floor. But today I just wanted to concentrate on just sweeping it and getting all the dust out of here. Look at what I found. A dead frog that is underneath all the pipes that were sitting here. So this is what happens when you don't move stuff around. So yeah, owning a home for me is more than just the walls. Yeah, I know I love all the pretty stuff, the decorating and all of the things that you get to do playing house. But for me, it's more important than that. It's more about the structure, the well-being of my kids, the well-being of the parents, and also the peace that comes with it. And when I tell you that this peace cannot be bought, well, I guess you buy it because you buy the house, but yeah, I hope each and every single one of us can one day get to experience that in some form or another, whether you buy or build, but every kid deserves to have a safe and peaceful home to grow up in. Those memories in childhood are so important to the future kids that they are going to be. And growing up and being adults with hurt because of how you were brought up and the space that you were brought up, I think we need to get away from that. So many of us have become so addicted to telling struggle stories. I tell people that, you know what, I don't have any struggle stories, quote unquote, that I want to tell. In as much as my childhood had its own ups and downs, but I did not struggle. I remember one day, I think we were at work discussing this whole thing. Oh, I think it was with my husband earlier on in our marriage. And he said to me, "You have always been taken care of." And I said to him, "Is it a problem that I have always been taken care of?" We don't always have to grow up in struggle. We don't always have to be in struggle relationships. Some of the things have to be easy in life. And if we as parents just focus on doing better for our kids. And I think that's what each and every single parent wants. We want our kids to have better. But what does that mean? Sometimes it means making sacrifices, financial sacrifices, and, in different ways in order for us to be able to provide that better for our kids. And that's all I want for each and every single one of you. I love all of you. See you all next time in another one. Bye-bye.